Hello, long time no see. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, miss me. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and for coming back. So today we are going to be talking about, being in a relationship as a woman, or basically as anybody. I've come to realize that people go into relationships for so many reasons. The reasons that is causing a lot of problems, because I have seen that over 70% of people go into relationships because it's what they are supposed to do, is in society, is the next stage of life. I want to find a relationship, and they just go find someone just like that. And if they gel or they click together, they manage each other, they stay with each other. Some even go as far as having children with each other. I've heard a lot of things, okay? I've heard a plethora of reasons why people go into relationships, and it is very baffling, and it's actually telling because of the rate of divorce. There are certain steps you must take. Now, everyone is unique, okay? I'm only going to give you a template to guide if you're ready for a relationship or not, because I am tired of people destroying homes. I'm tired of people becoming emotionally unavailable. I am tired of seeing men and women fight. I'm tired of seeing dishonesty, cheating. I'm just tired of the toxicity around relationship these days. I grew up not seeing a single good relationship. I grew up not experiencing a relationship that I want to experience, okay? I was in a relationship that was brought about because of survival. I haven't really been in a real relationship. Now, there was no toxicity there. There was no, no violence, or it was good as it could go at that. It was good as it could go at that time. But at the end of the day, that relationship wasn't gonna go anywhere. It wasn't a forever relationship, and I didn't know it at that time. I had not grown. I was still operating in my survival mode because of the family and background I come from. So right now I am an adult, and I have taken the time to learn myself, to know what I want in life, and to actually know who I am. Now, people go into a relationship without knowing who they are. So the first question is, who are you? It's a very simple question, but it's a very difficult question to give an answer to, because a lot of people do not know who they are. And before you know who you are, you must have self-awareness. I didn't have self-awareness until in my 30s or so. I didn't know who I was or who I wanted. I was following a script that was written for me, either by life experiences or by the people before me or by my society or community. I really did not know who I was. So even going into a relationship, of course, it was not gonna work because I didn't know who I was. Now, do I resent the time wasted in that relationship? Yes, I do. Do I wish I could go back? No, I don't. It's more or less like an experience for me, and without that relationship or without these experiences, I would not be here today speaking to you with so much wisdom. Now, I have done a lot of research, a lot of work. I have spoken to a lot of people. I've looked at a lot of relationships because I have a very good pattern recognition skill, and I'm also from a research background, okay? I'm a scientist by training, so I have done all my inferences, created my hypotheses, and I have drawn my conclusions. And I'm gonna tell you those conclusions. Now, this is not hard facts. It's just a template for you to tailor yourself and express your own uniqueness within that set template. First of all, before you go into a relationship, are you aware of yourself? Now, I wanted to ask you a question before I went on a tangent there. I'll know if you watch this video, if you just say one thing about yourself in the comment section. I mean, it doesn't have to describe you, okay? But just tell me one thing you're certain you know about yourself, and that is you. Just one word. There are a plethora of things that you can use to describe yourself and describe you as a person, but I just want to know one thing that will give me a clue that you actually watched this video. So let's talk about self-awareness. I know some adults who are in their 50s, who are in their 60s, they still don't know who they are. They are just cruising through life because, okay, they've not really had that moment of introspection, or nobody even taught them to introspect. But someone like me, I have taken a break. I have not dated in a really long time. For years, I have been out of relationships. And that was on purpose because I needed to find myself. I needed to find who I was or who I am. And I needed to know for sure what I want in a romantic relationship. Not just romantic relationship, what I want with life and how I want to live my life. Do you know what you want? Some people go through life without necessarily knowing what they want. They don't know who they are. They don't know what they want. They just, oh, it's time to go into a relationship. Oh, I'm feeling a certain way. I'm lonely. It's time to get someone to talk to or to be with. Oh, I think I'm getting older. It's time to bring children into this world. Oh God, I cannot pay bills anymore by myself. I cannot stand this big house by myself. It's time to get someone to fill it up, or to get someone to, oh, my bed is cold, I'm lonely, it's time to get someone to warm my bed. I tell you, these are valid reasons. I mean, these are not valid reasons, but I tell you, these are reasons why a lot of people go into relationships because they are lonely. It's because they have gotten to a certain age, because society is telling them to, because of physical attraction. These are all reasons people go into a relationship, because of how someone makes them feel. These are not a reason to go into a relationship with anybody. I mean, sexual attraction counts, okay? Not being lonely counts, but is it the priority? No, it's not. Is that the first thing you should think about when you want to go into a relationship? Hell no, definitely no, okay? Firstly, you have to know yourself. You have to outline your values, and you have to outline your goals and boundaries. But right now, we're going to be focusing on values and how to select, okay, based on your values. Now, we are all unique. We're all created differently, okay? Within a relationship, I categorize relationship as doers and receivers. There are people who like to do, not necessarily the person who takes charge. Everyone takes charge in different ways. Everyone has their uniqueness. There is no taking charge, or a man should be heard, a woman should, no, okay? There are some situations where the woman will have authority, and there are some situations where the man has authority. So it's more or less like a partnership. I don't believe in 50-50 relationships, but when it comes to partnership, we should identify our strength and our weakness. Now, I'm going to categorize it into doers and receivers. There are some people who believe that they show love, okay? That's the way they are. They show love by doing. It's not gender specific. Doing within their capacity. Like some men show love by providing. They show love by protecting, okay? They show love by doing, making sure their partners are okay, making sure that they are in the forefront when it comes to being a very good support system. They show love by doing. They are doers. And there are some people who show love by receiving, because it's one thing to do and it's another thing to receive. Some people, due to their background, due to their makeup, they do not know how to receive love. Now, a doer now going to show love to someone who doesn't really know how to receive love, that is doomed to fail. Even women can also be doers, okay? Women who do by making sure they bear children, sacrifice for their children, take care of their man mentally, emotionally. Some women enjoy doing that because they are doers. Some women don't, and it's valid, okay? Being a nurturer or being a protector, actually, it's not gender specific. A woman can also protect her man. A woman can also provide, okay? It depends on who you are in that relationship. What is your relationship dynamic? What values do you hold? For example, some people who are goal-getters, they're ambitious, it's most likely to work with another partner who is also a go-getter, who is also ambitious. Now, check out this. A man is a go-getter, is an ambitious man, and a woman is a woman who just values, time with her family. She really don't care much about money. She's a spiritual person. She likes gardening. She likes the earth. She's a woo-woo-woo kind of woman. And the man has her, Yes, it might seem like a perfect match at first, but ultimately it's not. Because at some point, that man will want to see himself in his woman. At some point, we start wanting to see ourselves in each other. And that's where the clash comes in. So you outline your values and you go find somebody whose value aligns with yours. That is what is called an alignment. Even the Bible, I'm not Christian, but the Bible says do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. That's a very, very powerful statement. It means that you should be yoked with people who have the same thought process, have the same beliefs as you. That way, you do not go against the grain trying to please that person, or you do not go against the grain trying to make your relationship work, because relationships like that are doomed to fail from the beginning. We're going to talk about goals now. Goals entails what you want to achieve in the future, and also I'm going to deeply hammer on stages. Okay, stages of where you are at life really matters on the kind of relationship you go into and your dream and your goals. For me, I am at the stage of peace and quote unquote the soft life. Soft life. So I am in that state of putting myself first and not wanting nobody to stress me or not wanting to worry. Okay, because I feel like life itself is, has its own struggles, and the least place you should find any sort of struggle or resistance should be your relationship with anyone. So I prioritize people who give me peace, who love me, who respect me, who want to do for me, because I am a receiver, and I prioritize, I'm not selfish, but I prioritize my inner peace and my mental health. Okay, I was at a stage before, if I had met someone at a stage previously where I was like, go, 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 toxic, be whatever at any cost. I would not like someone who prioritizes peace. I tell you, I will call that person all sorts of names. Like, oh my God, you're irritating me, you're not a go-getter, I wouldn't appreciate that kind of person, because that's not the state I was. Now I am at that stage where I want peace. Now, if I find a man who exaggerates or accentuates my peaceful life, because I am done struggling, I'm done. I'm done chasing. I just want to lay back right now and just enjoy life, because life is meant to be enjoyed. And whoever I'm going to align with should also align with my enjoyment and should also be at that stage of, enjoying life. So you need to outline your goals and know your goals and know what you want, especially as a woman. You have to know what you want, and unfortunately what you want is depending on the stage you are. But ultimately, I think everyone wants to live a good life, everyone wants peace, and everyone wants happiness, and there is no point delaying that. There's no point delaying that. I wish I had known. I wouldn't have delayed my happiness for so long or put it away for tomorrow. Who told you there's tomorrow? I'm just fortunate to be alive right now to begin to experience what I'm experiencing currently. But I didn't have the mindset that tomorrow is not promised to me. I thought life was, going to be infinite. Like, okay, go, go, go. But with that realization that tomorrow is not promised, I have no choice than to live in the moment and to be happy. So what are your goals? For me, my goals is happiness. So you outline your goals and you find someone who also have the same goals, okay? And also at the same stage in life, because it's stage by stage. So you outline it and you go and find that person. That's another step towards happiness. You're working together, you have same values, you have same goals. Now we're going to talk about boundaries, and we end this particular segment of the video. We're going to continue. It's more or less like I'll create a playlist for it. So we're going to continue our boundaries. Okay, what is life without boundaries? Then if you have goals, you have values, you must also have things you don't want. You must also have boundaries. So you have to outline those things you don't want. Okay, will I thrive in a monogamous relationship? Will I forgive a cheating person? Even if the person is all I want, you have to outline, is cheating a deal breaker for me? For me, it is. Do I tolerate a person who doesn't do what they say? For me, that's a deal breaker. And I've never been with a man who doesn't do what he says. So that's a deal breaker for me. A man who cheats is a deal breaker. A man who lies, who gaslights, is a deal breaker. Okay, there are certain negative that are not deal breakers for me because it's not negative. For example, I'm not so keen on personal touch, and if I find a man who is not quote unquote romantic, it's not a deal breaker for me, because for me, I like my personal space. I don't like being I don't know how you say it. So you have to set boundaries for yourself, and you have to be clear with these boundaries. You don't have to assume, because a lot of people make a lot of assumptions. He's a man, he's supposed to know how to do this. She's a woman, she's supposed to know how to do this. It doesn't come like that because people who have what they have in between their legs. No, it doesn't come like that. Nobody is psychic. Nobody read minds to know what you want in life. So you have to clear and communicate clearly what you want, and set those boundaries earlier in a relationship. That is what you should do. Set those boundaries earlier in a relationship. So you have to outline your values, your goals, your boundaries, and you are going to communicate them to your partner. And you're going to state which of them is a deal breaker, so they know what to expect, okay, when they commit an offense or when they do certain things. They know what to expect. Okay, yeah, and that's what I'm going to stop for now. I'll come back for part 2, and I have so many juicy stuff for you, so many things to talk about. For now, we're going to end here, and we'll come back later. All right, see you in my next video. Bye bye.